Welcome back, everybody, to the Final Fantasy X Unit Only Challenge. We have finally gotten to Beaconell Island, as you can see here. And there's a real interesting thing that I just now noticed for the first time here. It doesn't have anything to do with the gameplay, but by the way, don't forget that chest back there in the background. Real interesting thing here is that right now Titus is the only member of our party. However, we still have access to everyone's items. Yuna's items, Orin's items, Wakka's items. It's strange, I don't get it. So, anyway, now that we're here, we do want to have our slow touch equipped. Lightning proof is fine. And we're going to go ahead and get into this first battle. Now, with this first battle, you know, I only have Titus, but that's okay. Because Orin and Lulu will be joining the party here shortly. You cannot escape with Titus, but that's okay. As you can see, once Titus dies, Orin shows up, and if you don't have Titus die, you can get away with having both characters will eventually show up anyway. But now that they are both here, we can actually escape this battle and avoid dying here. So, if you didn't before, you should probably make sure that you have high potions in your inventory so that every time someone dies or takes damage, in Orin's case, you have the ability to heal them back up. Yay, storyline stuff. We're pretty much going to be running away from battles until we get to the point where the other characters join up with us. So, let me just really quick check the mode. Takes damage. And with the overdrives, at this point, maybe not at this point exactly, but at least fairly soon, you want to have Orin's overdrive lined up before we get into the next bunch of fights. And eventually we're going to want to get other people. Now, obviously, at this point in the game, I have everybody's charged up, but that's okay. That's not a big deal. So, yes, Wakka loves kicking Machina and getting his foot hurt, so make sure you pick up these Albed first aid kits, Albed potions when you can. We're going to be having plenty of the potions, so that's not a big deal. Now, once we get Riku, we're basically going to, at that point, oh, by the way, high potions. Once we get Riku, we're going to start stealing a few things. The main thing we need to steal, we want to steal quite a few, probably at least 30 or 40 of the, where is it? Smoke bombs. Because smoke bombs inflict dark status on enemies, so that will be very helpful. And other than that, the only thing we really need to steal is high potions, so, or X potions, excuse me. Which... I'm just trying to look on a walkthrough where that would be. I don't remember exactly where you get those from, but in general you want to pick those up here if you don't have like 45 to 50 by now. So... and normally we would deal with these with Riku, we would steal from these guys, which would cause them to die. But we don't have Riku yet, so that's okay. We're just gonna run away from this one and continue on. So, as I've mentioned before, this basically is acting as a no sphere grid challenge, so you can use any weapons you have available, any items you have available, and the walkthrough that I have is going to require some customizing of armors and possibly weapons as well. So, by the way, those flying things is one of the places I believe where you can get the smoke bombs from, so Yes. Okay, so those X potions. The zoo fights in the western half of the central area. So yeah, if you don't have those X potions, what you need to do is go to the western half of the central area, which I don't think I'll have time to show you guys. And from there, you want to basically steal from the chests that appear in the zoo fights. So when you're fighting a zoo, which is the giant flying bird, there will sometimes be a chest next to it. Steal from that, and then get yourself out of that fight, and that's how you do it. So, as you can see, I'm not faring so well here, but that's again because this is a no spare grid challenge at this point. Just make sure you keep your potions going. Oh, and with Titus, you actually, now that we're done with that slow touch, equip the Sonic Steel, because then you get to go first every turn, or every fight. So that's pretty valuable here. I believe there was an initiative weapon that we could have bought for Orin as well earlier on. So that was at the Operation Mi'ihen just barely before we started the fight. So if you have the chance, get that. Let's see how much damage I do here. Apparently none. Yay. If you have the chance, get that. If not, that's okay too. So, I'm just gonna continue doing the same strategy. Run away and then toss high potions. And once you get Riku here, you do want to start using, instead of high potions, you want to start using those Al Bhed potions, which will heal everyone up to full except possibly Orin, but it'll heal him plenty enough, so. By the way, you do have to get Kimahri. If you don't get Kimahri, Riku will send you back for him. Because apparently Kimahri is valuable to us for some reason or another, so.
No glaring either.
Okay.
I know where we are. We're on Bikanel Island. There's a place us Al Bhed call home near here. Yuna's there.
And we're off to save home.
Other Al Bhed must...
Rescued? You mean kidnapped?
What does it matter as long as she's safe?
That's... Anyway, that you won't tell anyone about it.
So at this point we have our entire party.
Who knows what...
I know I'm skipping through this stuff. Again, that's just based on... I don't necessarily want to show you guys storyline here so much as the ability to run through here. And I may continue, make this a long episode, make it probably a 20 or 30 minute, just because by doing that I can show you more fights, more things that you should want to do, and so on and so forth. And there's a nice little save sphere right in here. Save it really quick. And continue on. Don't bother talking to Riku. She just says, "Oh, I'm clueless," and continue running this direction and stuff like that. So, not terribly valuable there. Yeah. So these Machina are going to be the most useful for us. So because we can just steal from them and they die instantly, regardless of how much damage is done, because no damage is done. And of course that happens, and Riku dies anyway. So. Experience is not a big deal, but it's just, yeah, so what you want to do, though, is you want to have Riku not be in your active formation, because that way when Titus gets his first strike, then you can switch to Riku, and we want to use high potions. You can switch it over to Riku, and then she can do a heal, or do a use an item, or do her overdrive, or whatever, so... the important... Let's see what we got here. Oh, this guy is dangerous. Very, very dangerous. We're just gonna run away from this fight. It's, I might try stealing. See what we get.
Leave it to me.
Shadow Gems. That's actually a good steal for you to get. The Shadow Gems are pretty valuable as well. You can get a lot of good stuff. You can get some good mixes and some good damage out of those using Riku, so that's a good thing to get there too. If you do come across those big dudes, go ahead and steal from them. If you get someone to run away, make sure you try to get someone to run away first, but then steal from them if you can as well. There's a chest over here. It contains high potions, which are completely useless to us because we have a full complement. So Oh, I made a mistake here. Okay, so now if Riku's already in your party, switch to Orin, because he is not going to take very much damage if he is not able to run away. I should have tried to make him run away there. And like that, except fail. Now you see Riku has the blind status on her. That is not modified by steal, so you're still able to steal. So yes, you can get smoke bombs from these guys as well. If you have a chance, get smoke bombs from them. So that's good. Now we're going to change the formation again. You're going to be doing this a lot. I do like to have fast characters in the front party so that you can possibly switch them out sooner, and then the slower characters with more health, especially like Orin, or in the back party. Now in this case, Riku is the fastest character we have, and by that I'm referring to the amount of turns they can take, the speed with which they take their turns, and so on and so forth. But Riku, we want her to switch in because Titus has that first strike. So the other way you can get those first strikes is that you can actually, in the Thunder Plains, haha! In the Thunder Plains, you have the ability to unlock those cactars, which is like a little cactus thingy, if you don't know. And if you do that, you can, wow, I'm just not thinking very well today. If you do that and you kill one of them, it has a chance, and actually a decent chance, to drop a lightning strike. I really can't think today. A first strike weapon. So if you were to get that on Riku, then you would want to use Riku in the front party here instead of that. And anybody that you do happen to get in that front party, anyone that happens to get that initiative weapon, you would want to have in the front party as well. So apparently I'm having trouble escaping here, which doesn't really matter because Riku goes before the next dude. So and since that's the case, let's go ahead and put in Titus so he's ready for the next battle and steal. As you can see, I'm getting grenades from those. Not a terribly useful item. I believe that's the exact same thing we were getting at the very beginning of the game when we were fighting Tross and all of those other just little monsters. And so it only does like 200 to 300 damage unless you mix it together. And more useless high potions. If you continue running to the left here, there is an item over there. I don't think it's very useful though, so let's go see if we can figure out what that is. Excuse me. Ooh. That did not go as well as it probably should have. As you can see, they're dropping high potions as well. So, potions are not a problem at this point. Riku for Kumari. That's where we're going to be going shortly, but we do want to run over here just see what this is. There might be a potion or a chest around this. Yep, there's one there. 2x potions, that's handy. And then this one, strategy here. We're gonna steal from this guy to get those smoke bombs, and then everybody else is gonna try to run away. I believe those dogs can do some sort of a status effect, like, I'm not sure. We'll see. Maybe a sleep effect, or maybe a silence effect or something. And there goes me. And that's why you want to make sure someone always runs away. So we will reset. And continue heading this direction. can see the chest up there, so... Alright, switch to Riku. Ooh, this is actually not a good one. I'm going to switch to Auron because of his health here. The reason I'm doing this is because if you look at the top right corner, they got an ambush on us, and they're actually gonna, each of them is gonna go twice, and so I want to put health in the party at this point to be able to survive that, and then possibly run away afterwards. And Auron dodged. That's a rare thing. And see, now that Auron's run away, we're not gonna get a game over here, even if we have trouble with that, so... And now I'm gonna switch into Riku, and just grab a smoke bomb before we run away. Item, high potion. Formation, Riku, over there. I may just leave it like that and leave Auron in the front because of his massive health pool. Okay, so this chest is 2 Mega Potions, not terribly useful, but again, it is what it is. So I guess the moral of the story is all the chests up to this point have been useless. Now, we are eventually going to try to get 2 teleport spheres from a chest forthcoming, so I will point that out to you where that's at, and we'll go from there. But yeah, these fights are pretty standard. You basically just want to do the same thing every time. No AP, no items, because AP is not useful to us. High potions are becoming less useful to us. Oh, and also notice we have 48 X potions. If you remember from quite a few videos ago, I farmed up 40 or so from the, what was it? From those workers in Luca, the Machinas in Luca. So, and let me just make sure there's, wow, I lost my place in the walkthrough. Extractor. Underplanes. Where are we at? And I forgot to put Titus in the front party. Okay. Okay. Okay, so there is a sign here. All it says is that if you go left, the monsters are stronger. If you go right, the monsters are weaker. And remember, if you're wanting to go left, you do have the ability to steal some more of those X potions, so that could be useful for you. But for the sake of this, I'm going to go to the right. I think I have enough. If not, I will make a note in the comments once I actually get to the final boss of this game, and we'll go from there, so... Run away! So this is a... I'm sorry if this is a boring episode for you, but I'm having fun, I think. Anyway, the reason I'm making this one long, though, is that I do want to show you guys where that the 2 teleport spheres are, and it should be in this area up here. So there is a trick to doing that fight, because you do have to get in a fight to get them, I believe. So I will show you the trick to that one. It's going to be the same trick for the fight right before we get to home. Now with this one, this is technically a new group. It's the 2 dudes we've seen before, that one and that one. but we also have this big guy here, so it's the exact same thing though. If you steal from him, he dies as well. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but you know, Final Fantasy physics works for him. And now he's gone, so I guess I could pop a Phoenix down, get her back up. At one point or another, I bought a full complement of Phoenix down just because, and yeah. Whee! And you're done. So. Based on the lack of leveling that we've done with these characters, I am a relatively high level at this point. So, off to the right here is the thing for the quest line that you have to do to get Riku's legendary weapon. But of course, we're not doing that because we're not going to get Riku's legendary weapon. Yay! So, same strategy. Steal from that guy. Run away with Auron. He's surprisingly good at running away in the storyline, if you think about it. But I mean, it does make sense. It's kind of a protect the summoner at all costs and don't get in fights that you don't need to. So it makes sense in that regard, but it's I don't know, maybe a bad habit. Okay, so there's a little area on the left here and on the left up there. And the chest I want to show you though is the one right here. So we want to get in this fight here. Now what I'm going to do is switch out Auron to the back party. And I don't think it will not let me open the chest until I get in the fight. So I'll do that for you. Now remember, Tidus has his first strike. So what we're going to do is now switch to Auron. Now if you bought the Auron's first strike weapon, then that's something good too. We want to do his shooting star, which if you complete the button input sequence, will cause eject on this guy. So that's how you want to do this. So it's gonna be pew pew, and now he's gone. So keep that in mind. We're going to be using that a couple more times, that same eject status. But because we've done that, ta-da! 2 teleport spheres. Or 3 mega elixirs. Let's see, Orange, Overdrive, Stoic. I'm just going through these again. Well, we'll go with that one. On character's turn. No. Riku. Okay. Okay, maybe it's this one here. But we don't want to get in the fight just yet because we need to charge Auron's Overdrive, so we'll run around a little bit. Let's see what's over here while we're doing that. Now, the way I'm going to do this is... Wow, that hurt. Or I might just die. Okay, I didn't think I would ever use a Mega Phoenix in the game, but it looks like I have a reason to now. And that reason is because I messed up and did not have Tidus in the front party, and there goes Kamari again. Okay. So how I'm gonna try to do this is just have Auron in the party, and he'll throw a high potion as often as he can. Make someone run away, so of course you don't die, same as always. But then, ow. But then just throw a high potion every time you can until his overdrive charges. So, and now it's charged, and it's okay if he dies, which he's going to do, because he takes a lot of damage. everyone back up. And Titus is in the front party. Excellent. So here we've got two more X potions. That's handy. So by this point in the game, I've gotten like, I want to say almost 10 extra X potions besides that farming that we did earlier on. So jump in with Riku, steal them smoke bombs, and there's 2 more smoke bombs, and then run away. Vegeta Jr., no! That's for any of you that have watched DBZ Abridged. Okay, so we are going to high potion everyone again and change the formation. Orin for Titus is going to be the exact same. And again, it will not let me grab that until I get in the fight here, so we're just going to use Orin, Shooting Star, which will eject him. And we get the chest. That's the easiest way I know to do it. And remember, you do have to go back and get those chests. You can get enough. There's the 2 teleport spheres we need, so you can get enough of those chests, or of those spheres that we need to unlock Orin's before... I cannot think today. We can get enough to unlock Orin's Overdrive Shooting Star. Actually, we just get enough with that with the 1. So you don't really need to go back, I guess, and get those, but it is handy. You can also use Shooting Star on this guy. I'm not going to, it's just not worth it, but I'm going to jump on Riku. Well, who wouldn't jump on Riku, but I'm going to steal... He drops more smoke bombs than those normal dudes, but that is... you just want to steal once and run away just because of how much damage he can do, so... No AP, no items. So the next fight is the one right in front of us there. Let's see, we are not quite ready for it yet, so once you have that back up, that Shooting Star Overdrive ready, go ahead and do that fight, and that is about all I have for this video. I just wanted to go over this area. And so the next one will be the home area. Once we get to home, you're going to want to run away from all the fights, except for the required ones, and I'll show you how to do those. So at that point, we will pick up back up. Just do this fight right here once you're ready with that Shooting Star, and I'll catch up with you guys after this.